Hello, welcome once again to Vinyl Records of Brilliance with myself, Peter. And this is another episode of records I bought in Japan. So, as you know, I was on a trip in Japan back in September, and I bought a lot of records. I bought a lot of records, and they're all sitting below me right here. A lot of them all still in the bags, not even been took out of the bags yet. That's how many I bought, right? So I'm going to take a couple of bags out here at random and show you what's in them, right? So we're just going to get straight into it. So this is another Japan Records unbagging, right? This is just a black bag, so I'm not sure what record shop this is, but could remember one. Let's take the records out. Ah, right. I remember when I bought these two. This is from a record shop in Osaka called Punk and Destroy. Very famous record shop in Osaka. Punk and Destroy, so it is. And I only picked up, it was again a bit like Revenge Records that had a lot of crust and kind of stuff like that. I like crust, but I'd had my belly full of it by that time to be fair. But I picked up two LPs, one of them being this one. You see that there? Fallen Sickness. Because the World Has Failed Us Both album. Fallen Sickness. A band that I've knew about for years. Never owned any of their vinyl records. I think I've got a couple of CDs. Never owned any of their vinyl until now. I've got this one. Well chuffed. I think I managed to get another one as well from another shop, another Fallen Sickness album, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I've got that much down here. I can't even remember half the stuff I bought. That was from Punk and Destroy Records in Osaka. Fallen Sickness. That's the back. So there you go. So that was the first one out of there. Second one up, everybody knows this band, no explanation. They only live an hour from me. Exploited. And this is Exploited Punk's Not Dead album. This was a pressing that I hadn't seen before. It was on the wall in Punk and Destroy, and it was actually my son that seen it. And I just picked it up for the sake of picking it up, basically. There's the back. This is 3,000 copies. Grand Slam Records. Don't ask me when it was released, I've not got a clue. But it wasn't that expensive. We all know this album. You know what I mean? Punk's Not Dead, for Christ. Everybody knows it. So that was two that I got out of Punk and Destroy. So if you're ever in Osaka and you like punk rock, definitely check out Punk and Destroy Records. Right, here's another bag, totally at random. Right, this was from Vinyl Japan, which is a shop in Shinjuku in Tokyo. I've been really looking forward to going to this shop. I'd heard so much about it. I just knew I had to pay this a visit, and when I did, oh wow, that's all I could say about this shop. Even my son was he was kind of took aback with the amount of records this place had. It was for the ceiling to the floor, they were everywhere. It was just records galore, and it was all kind of like UK records. Unbelievable, know what I mean? It was just some of the stuff I seen. I only bought a handful of LPs, but I could have bought loads more. Honestly, there was just so much stuff there. But if I just kept buying records out of that shop, I'd have killed half my money. You know what I mean? So I had to kind of stop, buy so many, and then I had to stop. Know what I mean? but some of the stuff I've seen in there, bootlegs, Susie and the Banshee bootlegs, Dickie's bootlegs, Exploited bootlegs, every sort of bootleg, Ramones were all in there. It was phenomenal, unbelievable. Anyway, this is some of the records that I picked up for there, in no particular order, right? Starting with this one, Extreme Noise Terror. I'd never seen this before, called Ear Terror. Now, I'm taking it that it's possibly, it's a live album. Live in London, 1989. That doesn't say the venue on it. Headache Records, Worcestershire, UK, that released it. Headache Records, probably 1991 it says. So that was the first one I picked up. Extreme Noise Terror. Ear Terror. Live in London, 1989. So that was the first one. And that's the back. I'm sorry about the glare. I'm doing this at night, so if I had to switch my light on in the room, so it's pretty glary. I do apologise. Next up, another band that I'd heard of, but I didn't own any of their stuff, and it was actually Mike Foster from Analog Attack had featured this band just a wee while ago, and I seen this album and just picked it up basically on his recommendation. To be fair, Asphalt. Now, I'll be totally honest with you, I don't even think I've ever heard an Asphalt song, and that's me. I'm just being honest. But I picked this up. It just says Asphalt, so I'm taking it. It's Ejaculation LP. That's what it's called. Asphalt Ejaculation. On Vinyl Japan Records. That's the back. Right there. Sorry again, folks, about the glare. Just with the light in the room. That was another one I got. And then, next up. Brilliant. Love this band. Band from Holland. I've got this in CD. Seen the record. Just picked it up instantly as soon as I seen it. Funeral Oration, absolutely superb. If you've never heard this band, you've got to check them out. They're absolutely brilliant. They've been around for years. Don't even know if they're still going, but brilliant. Funeral Oration, I think this is self-titled. Yeah, this is the self-titled one. That's the back there. It's hard to kind of describe Funeral Oration. I just describe them as kind of melodic punk, you know what I mean? They're not street punk or anything like that. They're just kind of like melodic, Bad Religion, early Bad Religion-esque would be a good way of describing them, but brilliant band, Funeral Oration, superb. Next up, right, I seen this and I just instantly picked this up as well. DOA, Win the Battle LP. Love DOA. Got a few of their albums already, but I don't have everything they've ever done. I'm kind of gradually picking them up as I go along, but I seen this in Vinyl Japan, just instantly picked it up. Win the Battle LP. That's the back. And I think it's brand new. I think it's still sealed. Doesn't look as if it's been played. Could be wrong, but it looks sealed. So there you go. DOA, Win the Battle. Right, this was the last one I bought. As I say, I only bought a handful. I could have bought so many records out of there, but there were a lot more record stores I wanted to go to, so I had to I didn't want to go too daft in one shop type thing. But I seen this and I picked it up. I missed out on this a while ago on eBay, and I seen it in Vinyl Japan. I picked it up, and it's out of nowhere, like We Are the League and Live in Yugoslavia on a double LP. So it's one record's We Are the League and the other one's Live in Yugoslavia, and it is on Head Music Publishing. I think it was distributed by the Big Cartel. But there you have it. So it's We Are the League. Not live in Yugoslavia and We Are the League. So that's what I got out of Vinyl Japan. Right, I'll pick another bag out and then this will do. I don't want to go too daft. So, right. Time Bomb Records, Osaka. Right, that's legendary record shop in Osaka. Is Time Bomb Records. I'll be honest, I went into Time Bomb expecting to be blown away with the amount of stuff that they had, but to me, most of it was new. There wasn't a lot of, to me anyway, there wasn't a lot of second-hand rare stuff. Not when I went in anyway. Most of it was all brand new. I only bought 2 things. Right, I liked the shop was brilliant, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't enough stuff in it. There wasn't enough stuff in it for my taste, you know what I mean? But I picked up this, which is the latest Marky Ramone Blickstreak NYC 10-inch. That's the back. Sorry again about the glare, my body light in the room is terrible. But that, I picked that up, brand new obviously. Another one I picked up is another Ramones one as well. Ramones As Seen on TV, brand new. This is a recent reissue thing. Seen that and picked that up. That's the back. So basically that's it. I didn't really see anything else in there that was blowing my trumpet, so to speak. It was just there were a lot of reissues in there, and a few of the maybe rare things that I seen on the wall were they were silly money. I mean, I was just like, I wouldn't entertain the prices, you know what I mean? But apart from that, fantastic shop. Walk in, brilliant, cracking, a lot of good punk stuff, but most of it was new. So that's it now, folks. So that's another 3 bags we went through there. Punk and Destroy, Time Bomb and Vinyl Japan in Shinjuku. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching me just pulling records out of bags basically from Japan. I'll try and do another one tomorrow. If I can, I'll do another video tomorrow and try and keep this going regular so we can get through all these records. But thanks again for tuning in, folks. Like and share the video. Subscribe if you're just watching it and you like punk rock. And it's not just punk rock music, obviously. The other stuff I do metal as well, and some pop and some country, some synth and all that now and again. But it's mostly it's punk rock, right? Mostly it's a punk rock channel. But like and subscribe if you can. I'd very much appreciate it. I'm just a guy sitting in his room that likes talking about records. So basically that's it. So I'm Peter McCartney. You've been watching Vinyl Records of Brilliance. Cheers for tuning in. Ciao for now.